It is time to discuss the GameStop sale, okay? A lot has been happening. There have been some announcements, some things have changed, and I just want to talk about some of the discussion happening in the community, what I think about it, my own personal thoughts, my thoughts as a council member of the marketing sub-council, as well as how we might be able to improve moving forward for those that weren't really happy with some of the decisions made. We'll also talk about the new things you're going to be getting if you bought a certain number of GameStop discs, and we can talk about I think that's a really good thing, and I want to touch on that as well, but I'm going to give my honest thoughts and opinions on everything that went down. So we're going to keep it really honest. I'm going to try and be as unbiased as I possibly can and talk about kind of objectively how this looks and how we should be moving forward and maybe changing up our approach in the future. So as you can see the announcement right here from Kieran Warwick, basically they extended the GameStop promo disc sale by about 3-4 days. I think it is technically 4 days because it ends at the same time it started and it was already going for 3 days, right? So they extended it for 4 days. Now, why they said they extended it is because there was some AWS outages, IMX having problems. Apparently IMX started having problems about 30 to 40 minutes after the sale began. AWS had an outage maybe on the third day, I believe it was, or on the second day. And that went out for about an hour or two, or maybe longer. All in all, I don't think the stoppages lasted more than 6 to 12 hours total. However, some people are upset that they didn't extend the sale by 6 to 12 hours, and instead they extended the sale by 4 days. Now, me personally, I have quite a few of the GameStop discs, and I bought them day one on the moment it dropped, mostly to get the beta code so I could give them to Wildfire, we can give them out and things like that. But more importantly, I was actually getting quite happy that only 6,000 had sold, and then they would be cut off at 6,000, okay? That did personally make me a little bit happy because I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a more scarce product. Now, that being said, I had bought them with the full intention that the thing was gonna sell out, in my personal opinion. Now, others might have bought it expecting it to not sell out, and that might be the reason they bought it. So this sort of change can definitely impact the way they're feeling about the sale, the way they wanted things to go, because it went against their predictions. Now, personally, with my own life, I really hate changing plans. That's more because I must have some sort of OCD with it, and it really bugs me when plans change on me, and I can't get it through my mind, and that's kind of why this left a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. But we should talk about the other thing that happened on that day, is we got an announcement about these new special GameStop NFTs, okay? These are NFTs and a free disc plate, which is worth quite a bit, 75 USD per disc plate with free shipping, which is actually really sweet. And you get them for minting 5 GameStop promo discs for a regular non-holo one. And if you mint more, if you mint 15 GameStop discs, you get this holo one, and it's basically a commemorative disc plate. It's a commemorative poster essentially, but it looks really great. I think it looks fantastic. I'm very excited for it, and honestly, this makes the 15 discs I bought worth it. And the physical merch for me, I love this sort of stuff. I love putting up posters and different things and stuff like that. You know, very early on my channel, I put up this poster behind me. I think this is a great move, and I think it really shows a good show of faith from the Illuvium team. Now, what went wrong and how might we be able to fix it? So the first thing that I'll mention is the GameStop partnership as a whole is very, very delicate. All of the process, the price point, the type of accessories, the Illuvatars, all the rest of it, that all has to be greenlit by GameStop themselves. This partnership was very under wraps and very behind closed doors between Kieran, Andrew, and a handful of others in conjunction with GameStop, okay? They had to make all the decisions together. That includes this extension. That means that Illuvium went to GameStop and said, what do you think of these outages and things? And I don't know what GameStop said. I don't know what Illuvium said, but you have to assume that GameStop and Illuvium had an honest conversation, I think probably a lengthy conversation, about what they want to do next, and they had to agree. Otherwise, either one of them would be breaking the contract they had already set out, okay? So it's very important to note that it's very hard for the community and other stakeholders to have input because this partnership is between GameStop and Illuvium, not just Illuvium, which means that the DAO, although it has a lot of control, it doesn't have full control over the extension of this, and the marketing team has to make the decisions mostly on their own because it's too delicate and we're not allowed to know a lot of the details behind the scenes, so we can't make an informed decision. Like, I don't know how much revenue is going to GameStop and how much is going to Illuvium, if that's how the split works at all. So with that limited knowledge, it would be inappropriate for me to put in my own input into the decision-making process. Now, I know the marketing team has had some feedback from the community and they understand kind of a lot of these elements, and in the future, they're definitely going to take a second look about how they go about extending sales and things like that, because they do respect the community. They understand and they listen to all the feedback. Believe me, they listen to all the feedback, and they will be taking on board for future partnerships and future events to make sure that they're uplifting the community and remaining to a more strict ethos of kind of how they conduct these events. That being said, we've also talked to Andrew and some others in the team about the sort of feedback the community had on the overall GameStop sale. Now, the price point seemed a little bit high. Only getting one Illuvitar from a disc felt really out of place in the overall Illuvitar ecosystem, and more like that. So we've definitely given all that feedback back. I'm not going to go through all of it, but me personally, I felt like some of the fun was taken out of Illuvium Beyond with this particular partnership sale. To not kind of label, it's a little bit more of a general statement, but what I will say is that Illuvium Beyond is fun, not just because it's accessible and the lowest price point and things like that, but getting lots of different things in a pack just makes you want to get more. Being able to customize your Illuvitars, getting the accessories, even just a wide range of different things you can obtain. Whereas I got like 7 Archies and 3 Dokas. I know that that's just part of the sale and that's just kind of what happens, but I like that there was a wide range of different Illuvitars you could get in the extended Wave 1 sale. I think even at a higher price point, it would have just felt better if there were more Illuvitars. Now, we don't know how under the pump the artists are, how much time they had to do any of this, and that's not really important here. I think just maintaining the ethos of Illuvium Beyond moving forward will be a really key thing to happen. So let me know what you think about all of this and all of this GameStop stuff, which side of the fence you sit on. Also, if you're going to be getting one of these GameStop, these special GameStop NFTs, I think they look absolutely sick. And you go to the merch store, if you're going to buy anything else, please use the promo code SCORYOX5. You get a 5% discount. Now, I don't know if it will count for this disc. This disc is free, obviously, so it won't count. But if you're getting anything else in that same purchase for the merch store, use SCORYOX5. You get a 5% discount. I've been really thankful to Illuvium for helping me do this and helping me push their brand and the overall Illuvium universe. And yeah, I'm excited to keep on this journey with you. Have a good one, guys.